we got to talk about the rumor and innuendo. There was a plan to break up Edge and Christian, but the decision has changed. We don't wind up breaking them up. In hindsight, that was the right decision.
Right.
And I'm sure there was some concern at some point or some discussion. Do you think we were doing too much of the ladders and stunts? Oh my,
Yeah.
with Edge and Christian.
Yes. The thing that you mentioned earlier that some people don't like gimmick matches. I think my theory on that is I think that some people don't like the frequency of gimmick matches. Let me up. Let me process. Let me breathe. Uh, and don't give me a gimmick match every week. And just that's why the back in the day the loose illustration here. But back in the day, one of the most coveted bookings one could get was in the Cow Palace for their annual Battle Royal at the end of the year. Because all the boys do, they're going to get a good payday. It sold out every year, but they only had one Battle Royal, so it wasn't overdone. Roy Shire, the promoter and the booker, kept it special by not overexposing that gimmick. Because I promise you, it would run its course. Wrestling fans like new. They really like new and innovative. But there's not a lot more that the business can do that hasn't already been done.
Right.
You can just do it better. You can build it up better. You can tell a better story. You cast it or book it differently. So yeah, man, you just got to keep them special. And that was the thing about it is that I knew as a live event booker that having any combination of Edge and Christian, the Dudleys, and the Hardys in a match at a live event is going to help me sell tickets. So, and they were huge contributors to this ticket selling success in that period of time.
One of my favorite parts of the presentation in this era is they start doing, I guess, what's going to be known as the 5 second pose.
Yeah.
They're going to be newly found heels here, and with the help of Brian behind the scenes, they're writing some absolute fabulous comedy. But the 5 second pose, for those with the benefit of flash photography,
Right.
this is just great stuff, is it not?
Yeah, we had a lightning in a bottle on that one. That was good. Brian Gewirtz is a brilliant guy, and I've always had deep respect for Brian. We didn't always get along on certain ideas. We had different philosophies, and I had a lot different upbringing in the business than Brian and a lot of guys because I started in the territories. And as we've discussed ad nauseum, maybe I should get a T-shirt. Uh, 50 years next year. 50 years in less than a month, about a month away. Well, so it's been an interesting journey. No doubt. So, but Brian is brilliant. I encourage anybody to read his book. It's entertaining as hell, just like him,
Yep.
and you won't regret it. I promise you.
No, you will not.
That's coming from a guy that's got a book coming out in a couple of months.
Hey, let's talk about Edge and Christian because they have a great relationship with Brian. And when Brian comes in and starts to really make his mark in WWE, he works closely with Edge and Christian. And I know that that's been discussed a lot, maybe behind the scenes. I know there was even a wrestler court about their relationship and friendship. Did you see that as a potential issue? I mean, you're the guy in charge of talent relations. Did you see an issue with the talent being friends with the quote unquote writers? That doesn't seem like
No,
an issue to me.
I did not, Conrad. Here's what I thought. I thought it was smart.
Yes.
You're in a creative business, and you're getting the opportunity to work with one of the most creative guys ever in pro wrestling. God damn it, he's not old school. That's the Jim Cornette. If you didn't get it. But he might not be the cup of tea for everybody.
Right.
But here's what I applaud to the talent. for being willing to compromise and collaborate. And I thought it was smart. I had no issue with it whatsoever. And I don't recall anybody coming to me and saying, what do you think of Edge and Christian saddling up with Gewirtz? I would have told them just what I told you. I think it's brilliant. More of you dudes should do it. Get close. Let your writer that's consulting with you and writing copy, let them know you better. Work on that. So that's kind of where I was on that thing. I thought it was smart.
Not long into the summer, we see Edge and Christian get paired up with Kurt Angle, and man, they continue to have just one great segment after another. Lots of comedy, really great stuff. And I know there's a cliche in the wrestling business that I think this presentation challenged. As the saying goes, funny doesn't draw money.
I said that. I said that, Conrad.
Yeah.
And I have addressed my philosophy on that matter. I'm changing, in other words, I'm accepting that matter and giving it an opportunity at every turn in the road for me that I can. It's as an announcer, your job is to get things over in a story. It's not about getting yourself over, or identifying who's on the, hi, it's Jim Ross here. Welcome back, Jim Ross here. Shut up, JR. God almighty. They know who the hell you are. And what does it matter? So, those guys are just, they just entertain the shit out of me. I mean, they really, really did, and gave me a reason. It's like I said earlier. Now on AEW, when Christian is on TV, cannot wait until he talks, because I know it's going to be entertaining, compelling, informative, all that stuff. He's spot on. There's not a better promo guy in wrestling today than Jay Resso, in my opinion.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson here to tell you a little more about what adfreeshows.com is all about. Get early, ad-free access to more than a dozen of your favorite wrestling podcasts every single week, starting at just $9. That's less than 20 cents an episode each month. And yes, you can listen to them all directly through Apple Podcasts or your regular podcast apps. How easy is that? Ad-free shows also has thousands of hours worth of bonus content and docuseries like Title Chase, Eric Fires Back, Conversations with Conrad, and The Insiders. Plus new series like The Book with David Crockett, Monday Mailbags with Mike Chioda and Nick Patrick, and a whole lot more. And you want to talk about early? You can't get any earlier than listening to the shows live. You can be a part of the live studio audience as we record the podcast. Plus, ride shotgun alongside your favorite childhood heroes for live watch-alongs, Q&As, and other interactive experiences every single month. Come on now, see for yourself what thousands of other wrestling fans from around the world have discovered, that adfreeshows.com is the best value in wrestling. Check it out today, and hey, when you do, the first week is completely free. adfreeshows.com.